We should be live once again, and in this live stream, we're going to explain why I think you should be multi-streaming. That is, streaming on multiple platforms. And, sorry, I'm just going to start by showing you how easy it is for me to multi-stream. So this is Streamlabs Prime. It's linked in the description on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok, come to my YouTube channel. So this is how it is easy it is for me to multi-stream with Streamlabs Prime. I go in the settings in the bottom left. I click on the Stream tab. Streamlabs Ultra, sorry, they renamed it. I click on the Stream tab. I link all my accounts. You can see I've literally got 6 accounts here. I've got YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Trovo, Twitch, and Kick, all linked inside Streamlabs. And once I've linked them, I just press go live. It takes a few seconds to load, but I fill in a bit of information. A lot of it's actually pre-filled from my previous streams, so I could literally not fill anything. I could just press confirm and go live. And I would be live inside a few seconds to 6 different platforms. And that uses 1 upload stream, so 6K upload. It's not burning your upload speed. It's the same upload speed as if you were streaming to 1 platform. And it sends me live on 6 different platforms. I believe Streamlabs Ultra will let you do 7 platforms. It will allow two custom RTMPS URLs, so I got one of them assigned to Kick. I don't think there's a reason to do 7 unless you have like access to Twitter or something like that. But yeah, guys, welcome to one of the first live streams I've done on the TikTok Live with Harry YouTube channel. I will be trying to reply to any and all chat messages. I will prioritize any super chat messages and any channel memberships. Very welcome, and I will prioritize any channel members who want to ask questions as well. So yeah, deep dive in this live stream into why I think you should be multi-streaming, and how to multi-stream. And as I've already just showed you, it is super easy to multi-stream. So we're going to cover a lot of different platforms in this live stream. I'll show you some of them now. So this is Streamlabs Ultra, which you just saw me use. The great thing about Streamlabs Ultra is there's loads of benefits to it. Like it says, it gives you access to 8 different apps. And in fact, multi-streaming with Streamlabs Ultra is just one of the many features. So I think they're summarized here. You get all sorts of different mobile apps, different video editing. But even if you don't use them, in my opinion, Streamlabs Ultra is well worth it just for the multi-streaming. And again, I'm going to explain why I think you folks should be multi-streaming in a minute. The links to Streamlabs Ultra, my affiliate link is in the description on YouTube. There is a $10 discount there as well if you sign up through that link. But I've got affiliate links to these other platforms as well. So this is Restream. This is a very popular tool for people who just don't like Streamlabs. People like Ninja use this. Obviously, I mean, if you're streaming, you probably know who Ninja is. One of the the biggest streamers. Well, the most followed streamer on Twitch. Of course, Ninja is well known. Ninja uses Restream to multi-stream to all the major streaming platforms. So Ninja streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, I believe. And very similar to Restream is StreamYard, again linked in the description if you want to check that out. Again, you can get $10 off all those 3 different platforms which I've showed you. But I'm also going to show you how you can multi-stream for free just using OBS. I'm sure you've heard of OBS. And I'll show you various methods with OBS. We'll show you TikTok Live Studio as well if you have access to that. So yeah, let's... what should we start with? I think we'll start with the benefits of multi-streaming, right? And for like... But for me, it was relatively obvious, when I switched to multi-stream from being on one platform, it's just about increasing your reach. So regardless of what your goal is with streaming, like a lot of people have different goals. If you want to make more money, if you want to get more views, you want to increase your following, you want to just have fun and expand the size of your community, regardless of what your goal is, whether it's money, views or not, multi-streaming just makes sense. It will literally just increase your views and help you hit whatever that goal is. Whether you want to be a full-time content creator, great, multi-stream, it will just increase your chance of your stream taking off on one or more than one of those platforms. Why limit yourself to one platform? One of the other things about this, right? I'm sure you guys have seen in the news. TikTok under threat, especially in America, right? Like every other day, let's Google it. TikTok ban. Every other day, there's people saying they're going to ban TikTok. TikTok ban in the US would do more harm than good. Banning TikTok hurts higher education. I mean, India's already banned TikTok, right? So, especially if you're a TikTok streamer, you want an insurance policy, right? If TikTok goes down in your country, you need to be on another platform so you don't just instantly overnight lose your following So it's very important these days to be platform agnostic is the word, right? You don't want to rely on one platform. That's one of the great one of the greatest reasons to multi-stream in my opinion. Let's have a look at some of the news articles here, see what's been said recently. Lawmakers say sale of TikTok to US company could avoid outright ban. Yeah. Like obviously, as I'm sure many of you know, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. Obviously, there's a lot of friction between the Chinese and US government. Yeah. So definitely one of the main reasons I suggest multi-streaming is protect yourself from all this politics. Protect yourself from a platform, a platform making a decision that doesn't benefit you. Yeah, I'm sure if you're on Twitter or Instagram or somewhere like that, I'm sure you've seen creators being unfairly banned and they don't know why, right? That's another reason you need to multi-stream. Just to protect yourself. What other reasons have we got? Monetization. That's an interesting one, right? If you're just on one platform, let's say you're just on TikTok, it's great getting gifts. It's great having subs on TikTok, right? But what if those viewers who are watching you on TikTok, how many of those viewers on TikTok are subscribed to Amazon Prime, right? And I think you guys know where I'm going with this, right? How many of your TikTok viewers are subscribed to Amazon Prime? Let's see if we can find it. How many people use Amazon Prime? I'm curious. Let's see if we can find it. 200 million Prime members. There we go. So almost certainly, so if somebody's watching your TikTok live stream and you're not live on Twitch, that person, there's a good chance they're an Amazon Prime member. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get one free Twitch Prime subscription every single month on Twitch. So if you're not also streaming on Twitch, you're just basically throwing away revenue. That person who's watching you on TikTok probably would have been happy to come over to Twitch and give you their free Prime sub. But because you're not on Twitch, they're obviously not going to do it. And that's just one of the many monetization features you're missing out on if you are not multi-streaming. A lot of things on Twitch, a lot of things on YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube as well, if you have a monetized YouTube channel, you're missing out on channel memberships. You're missing out on ad revenue. You're missing out on super chat. You're missing out on super stickers. Again, if you're on Twitch, you're missing out on if you're not streaming on Twitch and you're only on TikTok, you're missing out on the bits. You're missing out on ad revenue. You're missing out on the direct donations because most Twitch streamers have just a donation link in their description. Like I said, you're missing out on Twitch Prime subs, and you're just missing out on general subs in general where people have just paid from their credit card instead of using their free Amazon Prime subscription. So that is definitely another reason why you folks should be multi-streaming, in my opinion. It just increases your revenue. And I know revenue is not the most important thing for everybody, but again, even if it's not your number one focus revenue, even if you're just streaming for fun, right? I mean, if you got like 5 viewers who have a Twitch Prime sub, that's an extra. Usually you get about $2.50 per sub, right? That's an extra $12 in your pocket, that if you're not multi-streaming, you won't have. So definitely multi-streaming will massively help increase just your monetization choices. So I highly recommend multi-streaming for monetization as well. What else have we got? Yeah, one of the things I find when I'm multi-streaming, especially like your most loyal viewers, they'll hop between the platforms just because they want to support you, right? So it kind of uplifts you multi-stream and you're kind of uplifting all the platforms, right? So another example here, let's say that you're live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. You got a lot of TikTok viewers, right? You mentioned, hey guys, come sub to my YouTube. Some of them will come over and sub. Then once your live stream's finished, they might watch your videos, right? They might now get recommended your videos because they've watched your live stream on YouTube. Again, if you're not doing that, if you're just solo live on TikTok, then you've thrown that chance out the window, right? They'd have to somehow randomly discover you on YouTube instead. But because you're now live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and you've encouraged the TikTok viewers just to go sub or to go watch your YouTube live stream, there's now a chance that those TikTok viewers are now going to go, when they're on YouTube, they're going to see your shorts, they're going to see your videos, as well as your live streams. So that's another great thing about multi-streaming. It just uplifts all the different platforms you're on. Just so that, again, another example, let's say you're streaming on TikTok and Twitch. You tell them to follow on Twitch and they do, right? And I'm sure many TikTok users also just randomly browse Twitch. So let's say another day you're also streaming on TikTok and Twitch, and that user is just, you know, scrolling through Twitch, right? And they see that you're live and they hop into your stream. Again, if you weren't multi-streaming there, because that user on that day has chosen to go on Twitch instead of TikTok, you would have lost that view. So again, at the end of the day, it is all about reach. But these are the different benefits that I find for multi-streaming. Again, I've been multi-streaming for over a year now. Like I say, I use Streamlabs Ultra personally. It is, what, $19 a month? There's a $10 discount. That's my affiliate link in the description. It gives you, I think it gives you $9 off the first month, or it gives you $10 if you buy a year plan. And I buy the year plan just because it gives you a bit of a discount. Let's stay hydrated, folks. Let's see, we got a message from Best Entertainment on YouTube. Says, I might end up subscribing to Ultra. Is the collaboration feature included? Yes. So with Streamlabs Ultra, you get every feature Streamlabs has. That's what Streamlabs Ultra is. So if Streamlabs has a feature, it's in Ultra. As far as I see, they literally, yeah, there's nothing excluded. Streamlabs keeps it nice and simple. If it's behind a paywall, that paywall is Ultra. I think it's the simplest way of putting it. There's no tiers. There's no like, you know, if I look on Restream here, look at the different tiers, and tiers aren't terrible, right? But like, look at all these tiers on Restream. Streamlabs has none of that, right? You use the free one, obviously $0. Or you use the paid one, $19 a month. Again, $10 discount link in the description. And yeah, I mean, again, there's so many benefits. There's so many other benefits on Streamlabs. Let me pull open my Streamlabs dashboard. I'll make sure I think it's designed so you don't dox yourself. So, but let me check before I show you guys. Let's see, what's Kevin saying? Any opinion on the free multi-streaming software like Prism? We'll have a look at Prism in a bit. I don't know much about Prism. I have heard about it before. I have heard about Prism before. We'll have a look at it a bit. Let's look at the Streamlabs dashboard just to show some of the other benefits. Of Ultra, right? So like, obviously some of the other benefits, you get this app store. I've not really used any of these apps, but right, you have access to all these different apps from Streamlabs Ultra as well. Obviously, some of these apps are free, but you unlock all of them with Streamlabs Ultra. You also get a custom tip page. Dude, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff here, right? You say this is docs friendly, right? Everything's starred out. So Streamlabs knows, right? You also get a custom tip page design. Here we go. So I mean, you can fully customize your tip page, which you can't do with the free version of Streamlabs. The other great thing is you get access to this is great, by the way. You get access to a ton of nice themes. There is so many nice themes in here. Again, this is all, you know, even if you buy Ultra just for multi-streaming, you get all these included, right? I mean, this is just some of them, right? This is not all of them. There's so much stuff here. I don't know how many there is, but I think there's hundreds, right? Is there just a full list somewhere? View all. And this is sorted by popular. There's 119 pages of them, right? And how many are on this page? 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do the math, but that's a lot. So there's thousands of free overlays basically with included with Streamlabs Ultra. There's free alert boxes as well. There's also this merch store thing where you can if you can upload an image and they'll help you sell merch, and they'll do it for free basically by taking a cut of the merch costs. I think there's probably better merch solutions out there, but you know, if you just wanted to, you know, as a start, you could try that. I've not tried it personally. And again, they give you all sorts of different access to websites. So you get access to this. This site can't be reached. That's not a good habit. That's not good from Streamlabs, right? But you usually get access to Willow, which doesn't appear to be working right now. That's like Linktree or like Solo. you get access to a clip editor called CrossClip. I tried it, honestly don't rate it, but again, these are just the many features of Streamlabs Ultra. And again, like I keep saying, that's what this live stream is about, is, you know, just talking about multi-streaming. The main thing about, even if you don't use anything else from Streamlabs Ultra, I think it's still worth it just for the multi-streaming feature to increase your reach and all the other benefits that we talked about just before. Let's look at Prism. Let's look at Prism like Kevin. Let's look at Prism like Kevin talked about, because I've not looked much into Prism in the past. So let's have a look at Prism now. Is it Prism Multistream? I don't know. I have heard of it, but like Prism, yeah, Prism Live Studio, yeah, I think I looked at this like once, but honestly, Prism is clearly not the most used one, right? If I've not heard of it enough, and I know a lot of the different pieces of software out there, so Prism is clearly not the most used one. What is Prism Live Studio? This is what we're talking about, right? I'm late. Can you please do a quick rundown of what you covered already? I mean, so far we've just basically been talking about why I use Streamlabs Ultra and the benefits of multi-streaming. In general, the benefits of multi-streaming is to increase your reach, and as an insurance policy in case a platform dies. Well, not dies, but like does something that is not beneficial to you. And there's many things that you guys have probably seen. TikTok like just bans people for no reason. Like even big streamers like Hassan Abi was getting multiple. He literally got banned for like 2 days the other day, right? Do you guys see that? I don't know. They're not just Hassan, and it's not just political streamers. Like I once had a Fortnite stream banned for nudity, right? And I'm sure you guys have similar experiences on TikTok. So that's one of the many reasons you should be multi-streaming. If you get banned for no reason, if the platform gets banned by a government, like TikTok's banned in India, and again, it's also about reach, and it, like I said, it uplifts all your platform. That's a good summary of what I've just discussed. So what is Prism? I don't know. I don't really know much about Prism. Which platform? Prism Live Studio can be used to enable live products. Nava brand. What? Oh, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and RTMP URLs. So is this free multi-streaming software? Is this what Prism is? I can't really recommend it if I don't know it, to be honest. But like, if somebody's made free multi-streaming software, that is interesting. So here's the reason. And by the way, here's the reason multi-streaming software is typically paid, right? Because what you're doing is you're sending one stream of data into, let's say, Streamlabs. You're sending one 6K bitrate upload stream of data into Streamlabs' server, but then Streamlabs has to use their servers. For me, they have to split it. For me, Streamlabs has to split it 6 ways. They have to split this data that I'm sending them 6 ways and send it to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Trovo, Twitch, and Kick, right? Obviously, that costs money, and that is why you pay for Streamlabs. That's why you pay for Restream. That is why you pay for StreamYard. So Prism, is this using... My question would be for Prism, and again, I don't know Prism. My question for Prism, is this using your computer to like send all these different data streams to all these different platforms? Because that requires a lot of upload speed. Let's say you're streaming 6K to 5 platforms. You do the math, 30K upload speed required. Unless my math's wrong. A lot of musicians use Prism because of the zero cost. Yeah, the zero cost, obviously free can be a good thing, right? But you know, if you can afford something and it's easier to use, then that's why you pay for something. So Solid, how do I say your name? Solity says, so multi-streaming doesn't take any extra PC hardware. No, that is one of the great things I like about what you're looking at here. Streamlabs Ultra, right? One 6K upload speed. One set of 6K bitrate. I send it to Streamlabs. They split it up and they send 6K to YouTube. They send 6K to Facebook, etc., right? Literally, if you're already using Streamlabs Desktop, which you're looking at here, no extra CPU usage, no extra GPU on your graphics card. no extra upload speed on your internet, right? Literally nothing extra, right? Just a few extra settings that you have to do inside Streamlabs. Right, we got a super chat from RTF is cool. Was wondering if there is TTS with coin donation. And how can I stream on YouTube and TikTok live at the same time? Yeah. So, again, and I haven't really mentioned this, right? But it's kind of stating the obvious. If you're streaming on TikTok and YouTube from a computer, you either need access to a stream key, and again, I mean, you guys have seen the stuff on my channel, right? Like, it's annoying. It's annoying that TikTok. The main problem with TikTok PC streaming is just the lack of communication. So, like, if you have a stream key, then you just do one of the methods that I've already explained, and I'm gonna explain again. We're doing a deep dive here, right? Why is that? Why is that donation so late? Anyway, we're doing a deep dive, right? So, like, I'm going to explain a lot of different multi-stream methods. But the easiest one which I use, I literally, again, what you're looking at here, I use Streamlabs Ultra. It's linked in the description. I use Streamlabs Ultra to stream to TikTok. Again, I have a stream key, so what I do is you scroll down the page here. I put the stream key in this box and the server URL. And obviously we set up the YouTube information here, and I stream to YouTube and TikTok. Text to speech with a donation. If you're talking about text to speech with on a gift on TikTok, the thing is, like, gifting on TikTok is different to a super chat, right? So you can't do text to speech on a TikTok gift, because on TikTok they literally just tap on the gift, and they don't get given the option to type a message. Text to speech on a YouTube donation is pretty simple. I don't have it enabled, right? But I showed you guys Streamlabs earlier on. I can bring it back. So text to speech on a YouTube donation, you just go in Streamlabs. You click on the alert box. You click on donations, right? And you just turn on the text to speech here. You enable text to speech. It says it's enabled here, right? But this is my gaming live stream, right? This is not my current one. I see Demi sent me some squirrels on TikTok. Thank you, Demi. I just noticed that, so thank you. Yeah, as simple as this, enabling text to speech on a YouTube super chat. But you can't enable it on you can't text to speech a specific gift on TikTok. You can text to speech the messages from the top gifters. That is pretty simple. That is Tickfinity. That's I use it. That's what Tickfinity can do. So let's have a look at Tickfinity. That is an error sound. Well, it's an error sound, right? It's OBS connected to my Tickfinity. Text to speech here, right? If you just go on this page and enable text to speech for top 3 gifters or top 1 gifter, you either let it read any comment. I much prefer to use one of these commands. So if they type dot followed by, if I have this one, if they type dot followed by a message, the text to speech is going to read it out.
Test user says this is a test.
Like that. So I'd like to use we're going on a bit of a sidetrack away from multi-streaming, but we are doing a Q&A as well. I like to use text to speech on TikTok to give the people who gift and the people who subscribe. You can see I've got it set to subs, mods, and gifters basically. So I like to use text to speech on TikTok to give the people who are paying to support me just a fun little perk that they can use, and it basically guarantees that I'm going to reply to the message. You know, like, even though I've been streaming for 2 years, because I'm usually doing gaming streams on my main TikTok. I get too focused on the game, right? Even after 2 years of streaming, you'd think I'll be good at reading chat, but I do miss some messages because I'm focused on the game, and I'm sure you guys are the same, right? So that's one of the great things about TTS. The subscribers and top gifters in my live on TikTok can use the text to speech, and there's basically, I've got it set up on Twitch as well. Again, they can use the text to speech, and it basically guarantees that I'm not gonna ignore the message, that I'm actually gonna answer the message. So what is RTF Cool saying? Yeah, it's not a TikTok feature. Yeah, it's not supported by TikTok. So one of the problems with TikTok is that they don't have what's called an API. So like, the way Tickfinity has to work is it has to use your web browser to connect to your chat instead of TikTok instead of TikTok servers sending Tickfinity the data. It's a little bit confusing to explain, but it does limit Tickfinity to a certain degree. There is so much confusing stuff, even after like 2 years of investigating it, about TikTok Live. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sure many of you guys agree. Like TikTok Live often just makes 0 sense, even 2 years later, right? But hey, like they're going up against YouTube and Twitch for the most part, right? And like YouTube is what, 15 years old. Twitch is what, like 10, something around that. So it is difficult for them. Anyway, thank you, RTF. Is that Australia? Are you from Australia? Is that $5 Australian? Thank you very much. What else have we got here? That's a simple question. How much does it cost monthly? If we're talking about Streamlabs Ultra, let's bring it back up here. Streamlabs Ultra is $19 a month. Again, there is a discount link in the description which will give you $9 off the first month or $10 off the yearly subscription. I think I pay $149 per year, so obviously the yearly subscription is cheaper. But you know, you might want to try it out. You might want to try it out for like 1 month on the monthly version. If you like it, then yeah, I just full sent it straight away. I could see it was good, right? Yeah, if you want a full send, you're obviously saving on. It's obviously cheaper. Obviously $149 a year is cheaper than $19 a month. You're Aussie. You must be morning in Australia, right? It's midnight here. Yeah, $19 a month. I'm gonna drink some water. I got some peculiar comments on TikTok. Yo, here's something interesting about TikTok, right? I don't know what I did, but I'm somehow live on TikTok on my alt account with less than 1,000 followers. I don't know what I did. I was playing around with something to do with like Live Studio, trying to get access to it on my alt, which has about 800 followers. And I somehow got access to going live on TikTok without 1,000 followers. So I don't understand that, but yeah, that's a little bit of a sidetrack. But that's I found it odd. I'm literally live on TikTok. Obviously I'm live on TikTok and YouTube right now. I'm live on TikTok without 1,000 followers. Obviously, again, I'm on the live tutorials. That's the username, live tutorials. I'm not on my main TikTok account, obviously, which has a lot more. So let's see, what else is RTF asking? Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. It's so annoying, like the lack of information from TikTok. My stream key just randomly showed up. And obviously if you look on my channel, there's a video where I talk all about stream keys. But just to summarize it, there's basically 3 ways to get a stream key. One is through an agency. The only agency I know is an American one, which will only help Americans. But I mean, you can have a Google around, see if you can find an Australian agency, which will help you get a stream key. And in actual fact, the American one is now switched from giving stream keys to giving Live Studio access, unless you tell them that your Live Studio isn't working, and then they'll give you a stream key. Again, the whole system seems silly to me. So method 1 to get a stream key is through an agency. See if you can find an Australian agency. Method 2 is it doesn't happen very often, right? But if you know somebody at TikTok, if you have a member of staff from TikTok contact you, ask them for a stream key. If you bump into somebody, if you're at a real life event. So Sancho West, who is like a Twitch commentator and a Twitch streamer, he literally bumped into a TikTok rep at TwitchCon. I saw it on his Twitter and I put it in the video. He bumped into a TikTok rep who was at TwitchCon and asked them for a stream key. So if you happen to be at a real life event and you find a TikTok staff member, that's obviously not many people can do that. If you happen to be at a real life event and find a TikTok staff member, this is how crazy it is. That's one of the methods to get a stream key. It's crazy that I even have to say that. Again, the third method is, again, your stream key just randomly appears, and it doesn't make sense, right? But that's how mine appeared. Mine appeared literally over 2 years ago now. But yeah. So our best guess on this, right, is you're going to increase your chances by streaming a lot. So stream a lot from your phone. Stream over 30 minutes in one streaming session. And maybe gaming helps, maybe it doesn't. So what I've seen with Live Studio, and maybe I can show you. is it if you try and get access to Live Studio, sometimes it's kind of predicting that you're a gaming creator. So this says get access to go live, right? If I log out of this, let me take it off screen. If I log out of this and let me log into my other account, see if we can get it to show what I'm trying to show. Let's see. But basically what I'm saying is TikTok seems to have a way of detecting whether or not whether or not it thinks you're a gaming creator. Let's see if it thinks I'm a gaming creator on this one. Yeah, here we go, right? You guys see there's just a slight difference. Previously it said get access to go live, and now it says for game creator. So it's given me a whole, a whole separate, potentially, way of getting access to Live Studio. So it does seem like they're kind of favoring the gamers. So that's I think most of the people who follow my TikTok Live with Harry channel are gamers. But yeah, that's an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting one. Yeah, that is actually a good point. Solities, right? Like, definitely, if you're making money, if you're making a decent amount of money from live streaming, then it's definitely more worth it to use paid multi-streaming software, right? If you're just doing it for fun, then there is free methods. And again, we're doing a deep dive, right? So we're going slowly here. But if you guys are watching back, by the way, I'm going to timestamp this. So you can like pick and choose the parts you want to watch. There is free methods to multi-stream. And again, as somebody mentioned, I can't really recommend this because I've not tried it, right? But Prism supposedly will multi-stream for free. I reckon stable streaming, minimal CPU usage. Again, my question with Prism is like, what's it doing with the upload data, right? Are you sending, again, if you're streaming to, what does it say? If you're streaming to 6 platforms, do you have to send 6 lots of upload data, 6 streams of data out there? Or are you sending one stream of data? Or are you sending one stream of data to Prism servers, which then split it up? If you're sending one stream of data to Prism, I don't understand how they can do this for free. I figured out, let's see, what's this one saying? I figured out how to use Streamlabs without a stream key. I mean, what? I mean, feel free to explain, right? Like, so I do know you can do mobile gaming if that's what you're talking about, right? So you can go live on, Twitch or YouTube, and then use mobile gaming, which just shares your phone screen, right? So you just share your phone screen and pull up the Twitch or the YouTube app, and pull up your stream, and therefore you're kind of streaming from your computer to TikTok via mobile gaming. Is that what you're talking about, Unlocked? I don't know. Maybe that's what you're talking about. But yeah, to go back to the other point, definitely if you're making money from live streaming, I would highly recommend multi-streaming. And if you're not, I still highly recommend multi-streaming, but consider a free version of multi-streaming. And I think it's about time we actually looked at a free version of multi-streaming, right? So we're looking right now at OBS. I'm sure many of you guys know OBS. So it's ridiculously simple, but sometimes people don't realize, right? People think, so obviously look, now I've got one version of OBS open already, right? Because I'm literally live streaming with it to YouTube right now. But a lot of people don't realize you can just open another version of OBS, right? You can either just right click the icon and just click on OBS, or this method here will work for both Macs and PCs. So we'll show you this method. You just type in, you click on your search bar, and obviously a Mac has a search bar too. Type in OBS and click on OBS again. It's that simple, really, and it's going to give you a warning, right? Because it's already running, right? It says, unless you meant to do this, please shut down an existing instance of OBS. But I didn't mean to do this, so I'm going to click launch anyway, right? And you can launch as many of these as you want. It's launched in a different window. One second, let me bring you guys the correct window. Let me get rid of these docs before I show you guys it. Right. So we've gone into Inception here, but show you that just a random scene there. So yeah, you just open another version of OBS, and you can open 2 versions, right? So just open another version, launch anyway, And here we go. Put them side by side. Now we've got two versions. Two versions of OBS open. And we can now go ahead and stream to TikTok on one. Stream to Twitch on another. Stream to YouTube on one. Stream to, you know, whatever you want, right? That's simple. In reality, there's a few tricks you can do with OBS. Again, this is free, completely free. There's a few tricks you should do before you start streaming. So the first trick is when you're going to set up multi-stream with OBS, only open one version of OBS to start with, right? Again, let's pretend I've only got one open, right? Because I've actually got two open because I'm streaming, right? But only have one version open. The reason for that is because if you have multiple versions open, it can forget your settings on one of them, right? So you close one of them, you close another one, it only remembers the settings from one of them. So if you make changes with two open, it's going to forget the changes. So when you're setting up your stream, have one open. The reason for this is so we have these profiles here. You can see I've got so many profiles here. What profiles does is it separates the settings per profile, right? So you can see what I've got here. So I've got three different YouTube channels, right? So if I wanted to stream on these different YouTube channels, I click on the relevant one, and it's remembered the settings like stream key, you know, like video dimensions. Maybe a better example would be comparing YouTube and TikTok, right? So I've got this one called TikTok vertical, right? So you can see this set of settings, this settings profile is the best way to describe it. This settings profile has now gone vertical because in the settings here, I've configured it to be vertical. So if you want to configure something to be vertical inside OBS, click on settings, click on video, and set both of these to 1080 x 1920, 1080 by 1920. And that will change it to vertical. And as long as you're using separate profiles, if you click back onto another profile, again, like, I don't know which one we're going to click on, the recording one. This one's gone back to landscape because the settings on this one are obviously just set to 1920 by 1080, plain old 1080p resolution. So that is the first thing you should do if you're multi-streaming using OBS for free. Make sure you set up two different profiles, or three or four, or however many platforms you're streaming on. Make sure you set up different profiles when you're multi-streaming. Again, only have one version of OBS open when you're doing it, because otherwise it might forget these settings and you might just have to do it again every time, okay? And then the other great thing is the scene collections. So I don't have quite as many scene collections. I should maybe organize them better, right? But again, so I've got some vertical scenes here, right? So if I'm streaming on TikTok in vertical mode, there seems to be nothing here. Oh, there we go. It's just taking a bit of time to load. If I've got all these different vertical streams here, vertical scenes, sorry. You don't have to separate out your scenes, right? It depends how many scenes you have. It's more important to set up different profiles, because you could just name a whole load of different. I've got so many scenes in this one, right? You could just store all your scenes here and click between them here. But scene collections are nice, you know, if you want to separate them out further. But if not, definitely make different profiles, and then you can, again, even though I do have most of my landscape scenes here, you can see I've still got one named vertical. So yeah, you could just have multiple vertical scenes and landscape scenes in the scenes. So the other thing to say about multi-streaming for free with OBS, once you have got all your profiles and your scenes set up, then you want to open your second version of OBS. So again, you just right click it, click on it, launch anyway. So now I've got two versions of OBS open. Again, separate out, click on the correct profile. So make sure one is on like TikTok, make sure the second one's on Twitch, or wherever you're streaming. And then you can just press start streaming on both of them, obviously. Once you've inputted your stream key or whatever. But the thing to remember about this is that there will be an increase in CPU usage, because obviously you've got two versions of OBS open, so it's decoding two sets of video. And there will be an increase in your upload speed. So that if you're streaming in 6K on both platforms, you're now sending 12K of data instead of 6K. So that's the free way to multi-stream. Again, the downsides is more CPU usage is being used, and of course, more upload speed is also being used. But again, if you want to reduce those, use something paid, such as Streamlabs Ultra. I keep wanting to say Streamlabs Prime, but they renamed it about 2 months ago. So it's kind of habit, right? I've got to get myself off saying it. So yeah, if you still want to, if you only want to use 6K of bitrate, then you do have to use paid software. Or again, I can't recommend Prism. I don't know anything about it. So let's see. We've got a few questions in chat. Let's pull some questions from the chat. See what people have been saying. Let's see what Unlock says actually. What's he saying here? Stream PC to phone with Moonlight app. You need 2 monitors. The main is stream. The main is stream. Other is to game. You right click scene, create scene projection on the monitor that streams to phone. Are you saying just point your phone at the screen? I mean, obviously that is a way of doing it. I'm not quite sure I understand that, to be honest. Then you mobile stream TikTok along. No, okay, no, you are. You're saying what I said. It was just use mobile gaming. Yeah, and I've got there's a whole video on my channel about mobile gaming. It is a nice little hack if you don't have access to a stream key, or if you don't have access to a stream key, or if you don't have access to TikTok Live Studio. I think everybody with over 2,000 followers on TikTok has access to the mobile gaming feature. So that, like, theoretically anyone with over 2K can stream from a PC. It is annoying though, because your phone mic, you basically just have to yeet your phone. Just get rid of your phone, right? Because it's picking up your phone mic, so it's going to loop the audio. From my understanding of it. OSRTF saying, how do I like TikTok streams on a PC? Yeah, you don't, is the answer. That's one of the many problems with TikTok, right? It's like, it's such a new company. You can literally tell that the staff are overworked, right? And that they don't have, especially with TikTok Live, they just don't have the resources to do everything they want. Unfortunately, the TikTok Live experience from a computer is like pretty bad right now. Let's just pull open a random TikTok live stream. So compared to viewing, let me just actually mute this. Right? But like compared to like viewing this from a phone, in my opinion, the viewing experience is just worse. It's good that you can actually subscribe now, and subscribing is cheaper. So this is better, right? Because Google and Apple will take 30% when you subscribe. So subscribing is actually cheaper. That's one of the good things about watching a stream from a computer, right? Subscribing is cheaper. You can see this is $3.99. I think it's usually $4.99, right, in pounds. So that's great, and also it looks like they're trying to incentivize setting an auto renewal subscription as well, which is interesting. But yeah, you can't I don't think, right? You double tap on a phone, right? But I double click, right? It just full screens it.
Really trying to block this load.
Yeah. So unfortunately you can't from a computer.
There for a second. I'm really just.
But also, as a TikTok streamer yourself, you've probably noticed that the moderation is terrible as well, right? It's hard to moderate. So I moderate. I go. Oh, we lost connection. I think we're back. Hopefully, I think I briefly lost connection, but hopefully we're back. Yeah. As I was saying, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah. But as a streamer yourself, it's really difficult to moderate your chat from a computer, right? So I go on my phone on my alt account, and I moderate it from my alt account on my phone. So yeah, the answer to your question is you don't. To put it simply. Yeah. What's up, Alex? Alex says I have 1.5k followers on TikTok, and I don't have a stream key. It's annoying. Yeah, well, I agree. I'm with you there. That it's annoying. As somebody who's been investigating, helping people with TikTok for quite a while, the main issue with TikTok is the complete lack of communication. So there's no help articles, right? And so people like me just have to kind of dig up information and kind of work it out, right? So what can you do, Alex? If you're American, you apply through an agency that will give you access to TikTok Live Studio. It seems like these days they're not even giving you access to stream keys. If you're from another country, you can try and find an agency affiliated with TikTok. I don't know any myself. The only other thing you can do, like I mentioned earlier, if you know somebody from TikTok, which is unlikely, right? You can ask them for access. If you're from Romania, the third way of getting access is your stream key just randomly appears. So all I can really say is just keep growing on TikTok, and hopefully your stream key appears. Once you hit 2K followers, you should get access to mobile gaming, and you can use the mobile gaming hack that we talked about, which will technically allow you to stream from your computer. Again, if you scroll through the videos on my channel, you'll see a mobile gaming guide, which will help you out. Unlocked Gaming says, I can go live on TikTok and explain better. You'll just need to join so I can explain. I mean, I think I understood it, right? I think you're just using mobile gaming, the mobile gaming option on TikTok, right? And this, I think I've understood what you're saying. You're just using the mobile gaming option, right? And showing an app. I've not heard of the Moonlight app, right? But it sounds like a screen sharing app. I could be wrong. Right. What have we got left on the agenda here? Yeah, we're still talking about multi-streaming, really. No? Apparently not. Yeah, you can get a stream key from CarterPulse, except you can't. So here's the weird thing about CarterPulse now, right? And in actual fact, I emailed them and asked them for a statement regarding this. So I'll show you guys the email that they sent in reply. Just give me a second to find it. So CarterPulse, to put it simply, for some reason my Twidget has died, so I can't highlight your message, but so I'll just show you guys the email chain that I had with CarterPulse. Well, it's just two emails, right? So I told them who I am, right? I've got a live stream tutorial channel, and I basically I asked them. I told them that I'd heard that people had told me that they've switched from handing out stream keys to giving people access to Live Studio as well. So CarterPulse in response told me, I'll go zoom this in. TikTok recently changed their protocols, and they want all new hosts using Live Studio because viewership overall is better than Studio. This, by the way, I don't believe this. I don't believe this one little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I just struggle to believe this. However, keys are still provided in certain instances, or people have used Studio and experience issues that affect their stream quality. Let me also just I'm gonna reload my Twidget here because it's not letting me highlight messages for some reason. Has it died? Let me reconnect this. This is what I'm using to highlight people's messages. I'm just gonna reconnect it. That's a weird link. No, not trying to run an advert. Trying to pull up on my live stream. That's better, right? Right, we'll reconnect that. Yeah, this on screen now is the statement that CarterPulse gave me, basically, right? So there we go. I can select your message again. So yeah, it seems like you can't get a stream key from CarterPulse unless in certain instances now. To simplify what you said. So what have they said? So yes, so keys are still provided in certain circumstances, right? Or people have used Studio and experienced issues, right? So it seems like you now, and I'm sure CarterPulse, I'll be clear, I'm sure CarterPulse don't want people doing this, right? But it seems like if you really wanted to get a stream key through CarterPulse, you would either have to experience issues with Live Studio or lie to them and tell them that you're experiencing issues with Live Studio, because they probably have no way of checking. And then they'll give you a stream key and you can stream from OBS, you can stream with Streamlabs, you can stream with Restream, StreamYard, etc. So yeah, it seems like to get a stream key now, you either have to lie to CarterPulse or actually have issues with Live Studio. They also told me the recruitment process has also changed. So not only do hosts need to be 18 plus US based, hoping to extend to other countries, but only US now, and between 1,000 and 1 million followers, but we are also looking for high quality content. and preferably creators that already utilize and stream on the platform consistently. We make some exceptions if we believe the content is quality enough, and we think we can coach the creator into being really successful on the platform, even if they are not very active yet. Yeah. I think there's a few things to break down there. CarterPulse is still a TikTok agency. I mean, that's not changed. Not changed on that front, Kevin. They're just giving access to Live Studio by default instead of giving access to stream keys. Yeah, there's a few things I found questionable, like I said, in this statement. So let's break down some of them. So firstly, they claimed that TikTok told them viewership overall is better with Live Studio. The reason I question that, right, is because Live Studio typically is just a badly optimized piece of software, and way more people have issues with Live Studio compared to with OBS, which has obviously been around for like 12 years or something. So how can a piece of software that is objectively, and the vast majority of people agree, worse than OBS and worse than Streamlabs? How can a piece of software that is objectively worse perform better with live streams? The only logical answer I have is that TikTok, and they can do this, is deliberately boosting TikTok Live Studio streams over OBS, well, over StreamKey streams, to put it simply, right? Is TikTok doing that? I don't know. I'm not accusing TikTok of doing that, but that's the only logical reason I can think of for why TikTok would claim viewership is better using Live Studio. The other thing that I can maybe think of is the people using stream keys, or just like, I don't know, just creating worse content, right? Obviously the best content wins, right? But like, it's not really to do with the software. That I always come back to this, right? When people say, like, people sometimes just ask me like, how do I get views? Well, the answer is make good content, right? Easier said than done, right? But like, maybe the people with stream keys on average are making worse content. Maybe that's why Live Studio users are getting more views. But again, I'm not even sure the statement is true in the first place. I'm not convinced. What else did they say that I found questionable? Well, maybe not questionable. We're looking for high quality content. We're looking for high quality content and creators that utilize and stream on the platform consistently. The thing about this, and I do think this is the number one reason TikTok doesn't give everybody with 1,000 followers a stream key. The thing about this is server costs. If you guys remember the Twitch drama, the Twitch, let's see if we can find it. So it basically costs a lot of money to host live streams, right? Twitch president letter. This is the letter, right? Where he basically summarizes. He basically does like an example of how much it costs for Twitch to host a live stream. Somewhere in this letter, I believe. I don't know where it is. Yeah. Lastly, we have to talk about the cost of our service. Delivering high definition, low latency, always available live video to nearly every corner of the world is expensive. Using the published rates from Amazon Web Services, blah, 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 right? Even though they are Amazon and it's cheaper, it's not, this is just fake. Live video costs for a 100 concurrent user stream who streams 200 hours a month or more than $1,000 per month. We don't typically talk about this because, frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. We'd rather you focus on doing what you do best. But to fully answer the question, blah, blah, again, that's not relevant, right? But the point is that according to the president of Twitch, live streaming is expensive. According to the president of Twitch, right? So I think that's why TikTok is saying that they're only looking for high quality content and creators that already utilize the platform. And I think this is the main reason why TikTok does not give everybody a stream key, because of the costs. As frustrating as it is. But like, is that really a good excuse for a multi-billion-dollar company to not want to give people a stream key because it costs them money, right? Like, what percentage? Let's say TikTok gives everybody with 1,000 followers a stream key, like, right? What percentage of TikTok's overall revenue, the money they make, will go into the server costs for live streaming? Tiny amount, no doubt, right? Just something to think about. We make some exceptions if we believe the content is quality enough. Well, I just said that. I mean, yeah, this is funny. Is this coming from CarterPulse? Are they actually going to coach you? I don't know. Like, from my understanding, I have nothing against CarterPulse, by the way. I think they're a brilliant agency. That I am not trying to bash CarterPulse, right? But from my understanding, well, I know CarterPulse was founded by Carter. That's the surname, and Pulse. That's the surname of the other guy. That's why they call CarterPulse. But as far as I understand, those guys are both lawyers, right? They're not TikTok live experts. So maybe they've hired people who are TikTok live experts who are going to coach you, but you probably don't want to be coached by two random lawyers whose experience is legal and not live streaming. That one seemed weird to me. That one just came across as odd to me. Right. Anyway, again, we are doing a Q&A, right? So I don't mind diving off the topic of multi-streaming a little bit. But let's get back onto the topic of multi-streaming, because we have various different other topics to discuss. What else have I got on my list here? Yeah, I mean, another really simple one. Let's talk about here's another free method you can use to stream. To stream to Twitch or YouTube and TikTok at the same time. And yeah, I'm stating the obvious here, right? But you just use Live Studio. So again, that's my computer making the error sound, so don't you guys worry. But you just use TikTok Live Studio. You stream using TikTok Live Studio to TikTok. And then you open OBS. I've got some open from the example already. You open OBS and you stream from OBS to Twitch, YouTube, etc. You can open multiple if you want to stream to 3 or 4 platforms. Again, this method will use more CPU usage, it will use more GPU, and it will use more upload speed. So a few different hacks you can use if you're streaming to TikTok with Live Studio and to Twitch or YouTube with OBS. So firstly, just click on the settings of Live Studio, click on Advanced Settings, and make sure you're on an H.265 hardware encoder or H.264. H.265 is the most efficient one. If you find you don't have the upload speed, you want to lower the video bitrate, or you can lower the overall quality as well. Yeah, lower the video bitrate if your internet upload speed isn't great. I think this test button is pretty good, right? But if you're multi-streaming, you really want to just half what the test speed gives you if your internet's bad. That's only if your internet's bad. A lot of people have plenty of upload speed. PL just quickly asking, is it true you need 2,000 followers to enable mobile gaming on your live? It does seem like so again, the problem is TikTok doesn't communicate, right? But this does seem to be true. So I think the answer is yes, but we don't know for certain, because TikTok just doesn't TikTok should just put a help article on their website explaining this, and they don't. That's a clear signal to me that TikTok does not have enough staff. Like, this TikTok staff are overworked. Who knows if they're underpaid, but like, they're overworked. They don't employ enough people in the live streaming segment of TikTok. So I think the answer is yes, though. Anyway, back to multi-streaming. This is the free version of multi-streaming. Just open Live Studio, stream from Live Studio to TikTok. Use the H.265 hardware encoder. But and again, I released a video about this just a few days ago. You can use the OBS virtual cam, right? So if you're going to do this, what this does is you can basically you can copy your OBS into Live Studio with a few clicks. And you can say, I've actually already got the OBS virtual cam added to Live Studio. So if you want to do this method, what you're going to do, you need to open OBS before you open Live Studio. This gives OBS access to your camera. Let me find a relevant little scene here, right? So this is technically this is my old YouTube streaming scene. I don't use this anymore because I use Streamlabs to stream now. But let's say I wanted to copy. Look at all these sources here. Look at how many sources I've got, right? I don't want to set these all up in Live Studio again. That's going to take a lot of time. So instead, I just click on Start Virtual Camera. Boom. My TikTok Live Studio now looks exactly the same as my OBS. Then all I have to do is click on the audio settings and make sure I've got the correct mic. Make sure my device output audio, my computer speakers are being picked up as well. So if you wanted something super simple, if you just want to copy your Twitch or your YouTube stream over to TikTok Live when you're multi-streaming, to TikTok Live Studio when you're multi-streaming, again, literally click on, I kind of missed a step, right? But click on Start Virtual Cam, and then you just add a camera source, right? So add source, click camera, find the correct one, OBS Virtual Cam. Set it to 60 FPS because it's not set by default for some reason. I think those settings are fine. Click add source. It never full screens it for some reason. Stretch the screen. Boom. Right. Now my Live Studio and my OBS look identical. So that's literally all you need for the. if you just want to copy your Twitch stream or your YouTube stream to TikTok Live on Live Studio, that is literally all you need. And again, you could also do that with 2 versions of OBS. If you have a stream key, and again, you just want to copy your stream key. Let's do it now. Sorry, if you just want to copy your Twitch or your YouTube stream to TikTok Live using OBS, right? Again, you just launch another version of OBS. Make sure the virtual camera is enabled. Now let's just make a new scene briefly. You just add another camera source, right? Add source, video capture device. Okay. OBS virtual cam, boom, done. Nice. So now on this left one, I'd go live on TikTok. On this right one, I would go live on Twitch or YouTube or, any other platform. So the virtual camera is brilliant. If you're feeling lazy, you don't want to set everything up again, you just start the virtual cam. Again, I just realized I was kind of hiding it, right? But start the virtual camera. Let's see if I missed any messages here. So let's see what we got. Unlocked Gaming says I had mobile with only a 1200. Yeah, that's it. Again, the requirements just aren't clear, and it might be having to do with how much you're streaming already. So it might have to do with how much you're streaming already. It might have to do with whether it thinks you're a gaming streamer, because as we showed earlier on, they clearly have a way to detect. They clearly have a way to detect whether or not you are a gaming creator, whether it thinks you are, right? Because it thinks my live tutorials channel, it thinks this TikTok page is gaming, right? Maybe because of this one video with an image of phone, I don't know. But it thinks this is gaming. It's not gaming, obviously, right? It's tutorials. Yeah, again, it doesn't make sense. A lot of the access requirements on TikTok. What else have we got? Hip Gaming. So sorry, I think I just missed it. But do you think it is better to use two OBS apps to stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook on one, and TikTok on the other, or use TikTok Studio and one OBS? So, in my opinion, OBS is the best piece of live streaming software out there. It uses the least CPU. It has the most options available. Obviously, as a result, it feels a little bit more overwhelming to start with, right? But like, you quickly get the hang of OBS, right? And like, you don't have to use all the features in OBS, right? The simplest thing, simplest thing in OBS is add the display capture, add your mic, add your computer audio, maybe add one noise filter that on your mic, and that's OBS. Once you've done that, you don't have to use all the advanced features in OBS. So in my opinion, if you can get a stream key, if you have a stream key, use the stream key. Use the stream key instead. Use the stream key with OBS instead of using Live Studio. It's going to be more efficient on your computer. You get way more customization options. Yeah, I just think OBS is a far better piece of software. again, Live Studio is maybe a little bit easier to set up because obviously it offers you. I do like how Live Studio, when you set it up, it literally just sets up 3 scenes for you. It sets you up a just chatting scene. It sets you up a gaming scene, right? You could technically go live on Live Studio without really making any changes. But yeah, I highly recommend using OBS just because of how customizable it is. And there again, I'm basically the only channel that will try and teach people tutorials about Live Studio. But with OBS, you'll find literally thousands of OBS guides out there on YouTube. So that there's a lot more to learn about OBS. There's way more things you can do with OBS. There's many people sharing fun and cool things you can do with OBS compared to Live Studio. Live Studio is only about a year old, by the way. What's Hip saying? Let's see. By the way, hello to Zoe. How's it going, Zoe? I don't know if you're still there. Hip says, I have a stream key. I was thinking of using one OBS stream to restream and one OBS to TikTok. Right, so I mean, if you're using restream, right, I think the point of restream is that you only need to use one OBS. And I've not mentioned restream yet. But it is, again, it is linked in the description. Restream, the link in the description should give you, if you haven't used Restream already, it will give you $10 credit. Let's just look at Restream now, right? And obviously there's a lot of different. Have you seen Instagram added subscribe? Yes, I saw Instagram. I saw that. Yeah, I don't really use Instagram personally. So Restream, in my opinion, is like a little bit more user friendly compared to Streamlabs if you don't use Streamlabs already. If you've been a Streamlabs user, like most Twitch streamers will be familiar with Streamlabs. A lot of YouTube streamers will be familiar with Streamlabs. If you've already been familiar with Streamlabs, and that's why I use it. Like, again, I use Streamlabs. I use this for streaming multiple times a week, right? So I use Streamlabs because I'm familiar with it. And to me, it doesn't feel difficult, right? But like, for somebody who's never used both of them, I think Restream, it feels easier to use. And let's pull it open. This should hopefully load the dashboard. We'll have a look at it. Right, so you can set it up for OBS, or you can stream inside a browser if you wanted to. Would this let you capture your game? I'm not sure, because I am way more familiar. I'm way more familiar with streaming using Streamlabs. I've never used Restream myself, but I do know it's highly recommended. So I mentioned earlier on Ninja uses it. Obviously, you probably know who Ninja is, right? Seems like Ninja averages, he gets like 10k on TikTok, like 8k on YouTube, 10k on Twitch, like 1k on Facebook, right? Like Ninja gets some good use out of Restream. So yeah, you can literally, with Restream, you can literally go live using this studio, right? And again, it's not detecting my camera because I'm using the camera to broadcast. But use this H, you would usually be my camera. So you could literally go live using the studio. There is a share screen button. Start screen sharing. So yeah, it looks like you could multi-stream using this without even having any software. So you would also want to share the system audio as well. You just click share, boom, right? And then it's now showing your screen. Looks like it's not really letting me customize it for some reason, but that's probably because I'm on the free version here, right? I'm sure the paid version will have way more customization options. And then you just add destinations here, right? So you just use if you have a stream key, you just use the custom RTMP option. And I'm kind of hiding it, so let me untick this. You just use the custom RTMP option here. And you just put your TikTok stream key in here. And then you just obviously pick your YouTube, Twitch, whatever else you're choosing. Again, if you guys are using Restream, there is a discount link in the description which should give you a $10 credit on Restream. That is an affiliate link. It's in the description on YouTube. It does seem very easy to use compared to Streamlabs. Not like Streamlabs is terrible, but like the system of adding like the system on Streamlabs with adding sources and scenes and stuff can be a little bit confusing for a starter. So the Restream Web Studio, like I say, it just seems very super simple to use. It's great. It's great for beginners and people, people who just want simplicity. And I think Restream, especially if you're like a chatting style streamer, if you're just talking with people, you see they've got this guest option, right? You just add people using the guest option as well. I think they've made it super simple for like the podcast style, the just chatting style of stream, to get everything done. And again, once you've added all your destinations, you just press go live. It seems super simple. They also do support, by the looks of things, streaming inside OBS. So again, this does seem super simple as well, right? You just copy the URL and stream key, and then you make sure you press add channel here to stream with OBS and Restream. You make sure, so you add YouTube, Twitch. Again, you need a stream key for TikTok. Use the custom RTMP option. All these other options, I've not even heard of most of these, right? So use the custom RTMP option, and then presumably, I use Streamlabs, so I've never used this, but presumably once you've entered these two into OBS, you just press start streaming in OBS, and as long as the channels are added, it's what it does. It will send one set of bitrate, one upload stream. It sends it to Restream, and then Restream will split it up and send it to all the other platforms that you got added. Chat. This will put everything except TikTok. This never includes TikTok. You have to view TikTok from a separate device. So this is an interesting one, Hip. And I see why you're saying it now. So Hip is saying he wants to stream in vertical mode on TikTok, right? My question would be, what type of streams are you doing on TikTok? So I just burped, sorry. I'm loading my community tab to show you an interesting poll. You may have not seen this. Where is it? Here we go. Let's expand this a little bit. So, as you can see on screen, 45% of my community, this is TikTok streamers, obviously, use landscape mode to stream on TikTok, including me. I am part of that 45%. You can see I voted on my own poll. So the simplest thing you can do when you're multi-streaming is just streaming landscape mode on TikTok. And it really, you can, and again, like, people worry, like, is it gonna hurt the viewership? And again, it's one of the things I always fall back to, right? If you make good content, you're not going to damage your viewership. It's all about the content. So it does. I would say though, it does depend what you're doing, right? Like gaming, obviously gaming from a PC, you're gaming in landscape mode. So if you stream in portrait mode, vertical mode, whatever you want to call it, you have to then, you have to mess around with the stream settings to make sure the viewers can see everything. And it, to me, it just feels simpler to stream in landscape mode. The other thing about vertical mode is because everyone's phones are different dimensions. Phones are not 16:9 dimensions, obviously, right? Most phones aren't. Because everyone's phone is slightly different dimension, when you stream in vertical mode, it cuts the sides of the stream off. So then each viewer has a slightly different experience. So for example, you're playing Fortnite, obviously the kill count, the people left, etc. Your teammates' health in the top left. So that the stuff in the top right, the top left, your weapons in the bottom right or bottom left, your health in the bottom left, all this type of stuff. Just as an example on Fortnite, if you're streaming in vertical mode and you don't quite have it set up right, you can easily just cut off the side of the screen and the viewers can't see it. And you might not even know that because the phone that you're viewing your stream from, it looks perfectly fine. When you stream in landscape mode on TikTok, on every single device, the viewer sees the same thing. The other great thing about streaming landscape mode on TikTok is that they can view the landscape stream in vertical mode. they still see the whole thing, right? It just increases the size of the chat underneath. Or they can then tap the button to switch it into landscape mode, you know, as if they're watching a YouTube video or a Twitch stream. And then they have the option to either, they can just full screen your live stream without seeing the chat, or they can watch it in landscape mode with the chat on the side as well. Again, in my personal opinion, I think landscape mode is great on TikTok, especially if you're gaming. If you're not gaming, again, maybe vertical mode is better. But I would encourage you guys, just try it out, you know? Experiment on TikTok with portrait mode and landscape mode. I think that would be my key takeaway when it comes to that whole debate. Again, as you can see, it's a pretty even split amongst my... I don't know, it's a small sample size, like 60 votes, but I should maybe do that poll again, because that was 2 months ago. Thankfully, thanks to you folks, we have gained more subscribers since then. But yeah, that's a quick deep dive into, well, that doesn't make sense. That's a quick deep dive. That's a quick look at Restream, and you can see how easy Restream is to use. So I think the thing I would say with Restream, if you have no experience with Streamlabs, like you've never used the Streamlabs dashboard, which is you know, this whole thing, right? It can feel overwhelming. Like look at all the different pages you have on Streamlabs. All of this can feel overwhelming, right? So if you're not that familiar with like Streamlabs, then I do think Restream is a good option. It's so simple. And again, you don't necessarily with Restream, you don't even necessarily need to download anything. So again, if anybody is checking out Restream, there is an affiliate link in the description that should give you $10 credit off any of the plans. It does look like the Restream like basic plan is like $19 a month. It'll get you 5 channels. You can record your own streams, right? I don't think that's relevant. It looks like you could in-house, you could add 2 more people, or maybe it means a second person. But yeah, I think for most people the $19 plan on Restream would be good enough when you're multi-streaming. But there is a lot more. A lot more different plans available on Restream. So there's a $99 a month one. So you know, it's up to the type of stream you're doing. Right, we got Unlocked saying thanks, learned a lot from your channel. You know, no worries, Unlocked. Thank you for hanging out. Teresa says Snap camera isn't working. I believe that's because Snapchat has discontinued it. I've never used Snap camera. I did see that. So yeah, unfortunately they've got rid of it. I think that's why it's not working. Thanks Tickfinity got good. The thing I'd say about Tickfinity, I agree, it's brilliant. Tickfinity is brilliant. Let's be clear, I did not make Tickfinity. Zarity made Tickfinity. I just make tutorials about Tickfinity, right? So we need to say thank you to Zarity, who is the developer of Tickfinity. We need to thank him for creating Tickfinity. So thank you, Zarity. I'm sure he's not watching, but shout out to Zarity for making Tickfinity. Right, what we got left on the list here? Let's have a look at StreamYard as well. So StreamYard is a similar platform from what I've heard. And again, I've never used it, right? But it's good to look at all the different options. StreamYard is a very similar platform to Restream. So I'm curious, as somebody who's never used it, but here's a lot of people talk about both StreamYards and Restream. I'm curious to compare them. I don't even know if I have a StreamYard account, so we might have to make an account here. But let's look at StreamYard. I guess I do have an account. Yeah, it's sending me to the... So once you log in, StreamYard will send you to the dashboard. Immediately, like Restream, just from where it redirects you to, immediately, it feels like, to me, like Restream just feels easier to use, right? Like, the dashboard that Restream sends you to, where does it send you? Restream sends you to this, right? Like, comparing the two, like, I much prefer this page. Just an immediate comparison, right? Also, accept the cookies. So I guess the first thing you would do is add your destinations on Restream. And again, you need, if you're streaming with TikTok, you need a custom RTMP. You need a stream key, basically. And it's not, for this one, it's not even going to let you input it before you upgrade. And again, they all seem to be $19 a month. Basically, they all seem to be the same, except I guess more if you pay monthly. Once again, if you guys are going to buy StreamYard, or just use the free version, it's linked in the description. $10 off StreamYard using the link in the description. That is an affiliate link. Yeah, unlocked. Yeah, if you use both StreamYard and Restream, if you use the free version, they will put a watermark. I agree. Yep. So if you don't want a watermark and you want to stream for free, then use OBS or use Streamlabs. Both of those, or TikTok Live Studio, obviously. All three of those, you can stream for free and you don't have any watermark. I do like how they say we recommend doing a Google search for how to find my website name stream key. That's funny. I mean, good luck. Good luck typing TikTok to that one. That's that's funny, right? So I guess with StreamYard, you press create, and then you pick what you're doing, right? So use the studio or pre-recorded video, record in the studio. So obviously we're gonna do a live stream, so we want this option, right? And with StreamYard, it looks like it will let you use a video, except I need to pay for it again. So I can't even show you guys many of these features without paying for it. You add a destination. Looks like, yeah, we'll skip for now, right? We'll skip for now. We'll go for test. Just want to see how easy this is to use. Right now, honestly, just as a new user on both of these platforms, I'm much preferring Restream. Just allow access, allow... Again, it can't access my camera because you guys are watching the camera right now. You can only use the camera in one place. I guess I could enable a virtual cam theoretically. Let's do it. OBS virtual cam. It doesn't even let you use 1080p. By the way, TikTok Live is burning my phone battery. Wow, that is the sound of my phone being plugged in, by the way. Don't panic, anybody. All right, 480p, I guess. It's still not detecting the virtual cam, but display name Harry. Oh, start cam. There we go. Now it's detecting it. Default headset mic. That's not the right mic. Audio. It doesn't seem bad to use, right? It doesn't seem terrible. Echo. That's nice. It's canceling echo by default. Do not turn this off unless you have a high quality microphone or wearing headphones. I'm not wearing headphones. I don't have any guests. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice that this is what OBS doesn't do. When you add a microphone to OBS, I always recommend the noise filter because it will remove the noise of your fans. So it's nice that StreamYard does that by default. So we enter the studio. You are not part of the stream yet. Click to add your audio and video. Yeah. So you basically add things along the bottom and then add them in like this, right? So we're in the matrix now. We're going deep, 100,000 streams deep here. So yeah, once we're actually in, it seems relatively simple to use, right? You just pick all these different layouts. Compared to Restream Studio, let's compare it to Restream Studio. I think from what I'm seeing so far, the initial setup, Restream wins in my book, right? But once you get past the initial setup, to me, StreamYard is winning here. This screen here seems way easier to understand compared to this stream here. So I think StreamYard and Restream, I think both of these platforms, I would recommend them if you're doing a chatting type stream, like basically what I'm doing right now, right? But if you're doing gaming, I do think Streamlabs is just better, right? I think Streamlabs is it's optimized for the Twitch culture which is gaming, right? So I think Streamlabs is better for multi-streaming if you're doing a gaming stream, and StreamYard or Restream are going to be far better if you're just talking to camera, having guests on, you know, sharing websites, you know, non-gaming, basically some things that aren't full screen. You get all these different options, cinema layout. Again, this is just me, so like it's not really. It's not showing anything different right now. I think what you do is you click on these things, and then it gives you things to add at the bottom. Example banners show, yeah. Seems really simple to use. Brand. Private chat, what's that? Yeah. It does feel simpler, StreamYard compared to Restream once you're actually in the studio. Like I say, it feels to me like the initial setup process. The initial setup process on Restream feels easier. So that's the studio. The other thing I want to know is, how do you stream on OBS with this, or do you not? Not sure. Let's delete that broadcast for now. So we click create, right? Live stream. Doesn't seem to be. It just sends us straight into the studio, right? So how do you not go in? How do you stream from OBS with StreamYard? I'm sure you can, right? But like, as a new user here, we're just basically exploring, right, to see how easy it is to use. And like, to me, it's like already, it's like, what do I do? You got a videos tab, destinations tab, and a members tab, right? Like, yeah. So to me, Restream in terms of setup, it just feels far easier. As a new user with both of these sites, I would be far more willing to recommend Restream compared to StreamYard, just based on my own experiences there. I couldn't even easily see how to use StreamYard to. Whoops! I'm not trying to go splash T. I couldn't even easily see how to use StreamYard there to stream from OBS. Maybe it's just not part of the. Maybe it's not part of the free version. Who knows? Right. So yeah, I think we've covered a lot of the different ways to multi-stream now. Is there anything really left to do? You know what? I'm gonna go get some water. So while we do that, let me just play you folks. Let's play the stream key video because it's a short one, and people ask me about this quite often. So let me just play this for you guys while I go grab some water. Yeah, it's just 3 minutes. It's gonna play an advert. Airbnb advert. It wants you guys to sell your own houses. Well, no, not sell, but put your own house on Airbnb. Right. I'm gonna play this video and I'll be back. I'm just gonna grab some water. Here's how to find your TikTok live stream key in 2023 and how to add it to OBS. Firstly, on a PC or Mac, head to your TikTok profile and log in. On the left hand side, click on Go Live and it will redirect you to livecenter.tiktok.com/producer. Now you want to scroll down and click on Go Live at the bottom of the page. Next, pick a category and then pick a stream title and click Save and Go Live. Don't worry, you're not actually live. And it's as simple as that. Here's your stream key and here's your server URL. Skip ahead if you can't find your stream key, but let's show how to add it to OBS. So it's super simple, just click on settings, and then once you're on the settings page, click on stream and set the service to custom, and then paste the server URL into this box and paste the stream key into this box. Once you're done, just press the start streaming button. And by the way, if you want some personal help from me to set up your OBS, then check out my Fiverr page, which is in the description. So if you can't find your stream key, here's some methods to get a stream key, as well as some alternatives if you really can't get one. First up, as you're seeing, you can reach out to an agency which is affiliated with TikTok. Unfortunately, so far, I've only found an American agency called CarterPulse, which I'll link in the description. If you're 18 plus and American, you can just click on this Google form here fill out the form, and hopefully CarterPulse will give you a stream key. If I do find any other agencies, I'll link them in the description. The next method to get a stream key is from somebody you know at TikTok. So some creators have a TikTok rep that they can talk to ask for one. And some people like Sancho West literally bumped into a TikTok rep at the Twitch partner party at TwitchCon. So if you're networking at a real life event, then look out for a TikTok rep. And you probably don't want to hear this third method, but if you can't do either of those, you simply just have to wait. For me, my stream key just randomly appeared one day. Some people have suggested that if you stream from your phone cameras for over 25 minutes, it can improve your chances. So try doing that. Let me know in the comments if that worked. Let's quickly look at some alternatives to a stream key. And the first one is what we've got here, which is TikTok Live Studio. Now, if you've got access, TikTok should have sent you a notification. But if you want to learn more, I'll put a link at the end of the video and in the description. This is the next alternative and it's called mobile gaming. Basically, this option lets you share any app on your phone. So what you do is you just go live on Twitch or YouTube and then share the Twitch or YouTube app. This video here explains it in more detail, so I'll put it in the description and at the end of the video. And finally, if you can't do any of those, then the good old phone camera can work too. If you look at the weekly ranking, there's probably a ton of phone camera streamers there, so don't be afraid to just use your phone camera. So I'll put a video about how to get access to Live Studio here. I'll put the mobile gaming video here. Subscribe if you found... Blah, 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 blah. Good timing, right? Yeah, I just need a quick break there. Yeah, so what were we talking about before I went AFK there? Yeah, StreamYard. So if you guys are using StreamYard, again, there's a link in the description which should give you $10 off StreamYard if you guys are buying any of the paid versions of StreamYard. I think we've covered the majority of the different multi-streaming methods I had already. So let's do a recap, right? So my main my number one recommendation for multi-streaming right now, personally, especially for gaming live streams, is what you're watching here, what you're looking at here is Streamlabs Ultra, right? And it has loads of other features as well with Streamlabs Ultra. Not just multi-streaming. You can see how easy it is. Again, I'll recap how easy it is to use Streamlabs Ultra. You click on settings, click on stream, link all your accounts. You just click add destination, add whatever you want, right? Link all your accounts. Once they're linked, you just press this go live button, and I'm kind of hiding it. You just tick the boxes if you didn't want to stream on TikTok one day, just untick TikTok. Fill in the information. Again, you do need a TikTok stream key. You guys just watch the TikTok stream key video. You do need a TikTok stream key to use this method. So obviously make sure you have a stream key if you can get one. And once you filled out the information, you just press confirm and go live. And it's that simple, right? You're only using one set of data. So you're sending one 6K upload speed into Streamlabs' server. Streamlabs splits it up and sends it to 5 different platforms. Unlocked says the way I do it, you can stream 2 platforms for free. Yeah, and I'll recap some of the free methods in a second. So my recommended paid method, super simple, is Streamlabs Ultra. Again, Streamlabs Ultra, my affiliate link is in the description. If you are going to use that, it will give you $10 off. So that is Streamlabs. Again, there's loads of ways to multi-stream for free. Again, simplest one is just open OBS twice. Just right-click OBS, launch anyway. Just stream with 2 versions of OBS. That simple. Just open one OBS, launch anyway. Open another version of OBS. It's that simple, right? And now I've got 2 versions of OBS open. And again, just to summarize, quick little hack with OBS. You see this one here, start virtual camera. If you press start virtual camera, in actual fact, it's not going to let me click it because I've already got it turned on this other one, right? But if you click start virtual camera, it will mirror your OBS. It will mirror one OBS to the other. So you start the virtual camera in the other OBS, add a new source, add a video capture device, add the OBS virtual camera as your video capture device, and it will look identical, and you won't have to mess around with scenes on both of them. So that's multi-streaming for free using OBS. Again, the other one you could do, just literally just use, again, that's my computer making that sound. The other multi-streaming method, use TikTok Live Studio to stream to TikTok, and then use OBS or Streamlabs to stream to the other platform. And to recap the other paid methods, you could pay for Restream, and if you're not going to pay for Streamlabs, I would recommend Restream based on the little reviews that we did there. So I've not used Restream or StreamYard. So if you're just joining, what we did is we reviewed Restream and StreamYard as if I am a new user on both these platforms. And to me, the onboarding process on Restream just felt easier. I couldn't even see how it streamed from OBS on StreamYard, right? So that doesn't seem very user-friendly to me. Maybe I had to pay. I don't know. Anyway, the free versions of both Restream and StreamYard, I don't recommend. If you're going to stream for free, just use OBS or TikTok Live Studio. But if you are going to pay and you're not going to use Streamlabs Ultra, then I would recommend Restream. StreamYard's okay, so that my affiliate link for that and $10 discount is in the description. Same for Restream. But I would recommend Restream if you're not going to use Streamlabs Ultra and you're paying to multi-stream. It seems super simple to set up. You either stream from your web browser with the studio, or you just stream, copy and paste the stream key into OBS. You add your channels here and you're good to go. It seems that simple to me. And you just read the chat from here. Seems ultra simple. So those are the paid versions of Restream and StreamYard. So unless we have any more questions, I think what I'll finish by is once again, I'll just finish by summarizing the reasons I think people should be multi-streaming. And honestly, the main reason people should be multi-streaming is reach, right? Why would you limit yourself to one platform when there's viewership available on all of these other platforms? So think about your goal. What's your goal when you're live streaming, or your goal as a content creator, right? Even if your goal is just to have fun, right? Why not have fun with more people, you know? Expand your community, right? If your goal is to make more money, great. You can make more money by being on more platforms. So you make money on Twitch through bits, through subs, through ad revenue, through donations. You make money on YouTube through super chat, super stickers, adverts, memberships. You can make money on TikTok through gifting, subscriptions. The more platforms you're on, you're increasing the monetization options. So multi-streaming can increase your reach, increase your views, increase your monetization, make you more money. And in general, it can just uplift all the platforms you're on. So again, one of the examples I gave, imagine your TikTok viewer subscribes to your YouTube. Now, when you're not streaming, they might watch one of your videos. They might watch one of your shorts. Imagine your TikTok viewer follows you on Twitch. If the next day, that TikTok viewer is just scrolling Twitch and you're multi-streaming, you're live on Twitch as well, they're going to hop in your Twitch instead of your TikTok. If you hadn't been multi-streaming and that viewer the next day is scrolling Twitch, they're going to watch somebody else's Twitch stream instead of yours. So it uplifts all different platforms when you're multi-streaming. So I think that is a good summary of multi-streaming. Thank you everybody for joining this deep dive today. This was kind of me experimenting with live streaming. This is the first live stream I did. First live stream I've done on the TikTok Live with Harry YouTube channel. So subscribe if you found this useful. Thank you to the channel members for supporting the videos as per usual. And as usual, thanks for watching.